little bit, but it's like at least it's something different.
At least it looks good.
We have not seen a belt like that.
No, not
but
in a long
you
time.
just roll out a belt that just has the W on it again with the little underline again. Now it's small, so it looks like a plastic toy, and now you made it look like cheese.
There ain't a man alive who can touch my button. If I had one, you wouldn't be able to locate it. Can't no man knock me out. I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody. This is my show. This is my camera. I run it all.
69.
No more counting.
No more numbers.
No more.
I don't want it. I'm not in school anymore.
Excuse me. Thank you. Or wait. Oh, welcome.
You're welcome. How about let's try this over?
Welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay, whatever. To another episode of Itchy Sweater.
I was gonna say, bless you or something.
You just said, "You're welcome." I was like, "Sure."
I don't know why that came out that way. Oh shit. Proper loud.
We are your humble servants,
the thirst quenching humble
Tupac and Biggie Smalls, and we have unified the West Coast and the East Coast.
Now we just got to work on the South
in this podcast. Now we just got to work on the South, but the South will rise again, as they say. Yeah,
because I don't think the North have anybody, so we're gonna have to spend our time up there and do that.
They got Eminem in Detroit.
Oh fuck yeah, we really got to work on that. Then.
Yeah, so we got to work on the Midwest rappers. They also got Big Sean.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, yep. And I believe Big Sean's also from Detroit. And they also got all the other Detroit rappers. They got Kid Cudi in Ohio.
Well, fuck. Why are we screwing with the South? Let's fuck with the North first. God damn.
We got nobody in Naptown as far as I'm concerned. Mostly just
Naptown.
Yeah, Indianapolis, Naptown. Yeah,
you guys take fucking naps over there.
We take a lot of naps. But
before we start, this episode is sponsored by.
To be determined.
Yeah, we don't got anybody.
Yeah, we've been kind of like talking to a couple sponsors here and there, possibly getting a couple deals going.
Manscaped.
Maybe. So whenever we get sent something for a sponsorship, you guys will be we'll be the first to know, but you guys will be the second to know. Everyone who listens to this podcast, and then you'll be able to go to these websites and get discounts by using our promo codes.
I just want a little liquid death in my life.
We got to get a liquid death in here.
Just got to get them.
Yeah, so we got to get some sponsorships.
I want the person, the CEO. That's who we got to find.
The CEO,
the person that could be like, I want to kill thirst.
Yeah. What we should do
is psychopath.
I agree. But what we should do when we do get sponsorships, we should interview the CEO of said sponsor,
and then let the listeners decide if we go with them or not.
Well, if we're talking to them, they're probably already sponsoring.
That's very true.
Yeah, so it's not about it's about them telling us in the listeners not only about the product but also how this company got started.
I would love
and what they're trying to achieve.
Honestly, would be freaking awesome.
Like Liquid Death looks like a lot of cool people, so I want to get with the head person at Liquid Death and see what they got, like what kind of stories they can give us.
I took a picture
about how this started
not too long ago, and I don't know if I sent it to you or not.
Probably did.
I sent you quite a bit of shit. That's pretty fucking true. But
no, and I wasn't even saying it like that. I just mean you probably did because
did I delete it? I might have deleted it. Hold on, let's see if
Kyle, you are real.
No,
real
you know
person,
what?
Aren't
you know what? It's in your
something.
File. It's in your file things.
Oh, okay.
I
spoke too soon.
It was the giant wall of liquid death.
Yeah.
There's a nipple. It's yours.
Oh yeah. Do you still have that picture?
Well, it's all the things that.
Oh, okay.
First thing I pop up is right there. Just want to see some boobies.
Yeah. A little bit of booba.
Where is it? I don't know where it is. Anyways, it was a giant. I was at Walmart the other day, and a giant wall of liquid death on this end cap. And I thought it was one of the craziest things because you see the 3 or 4 flavors inside the gas stations.
Yeah.
This had like 7 or 8.
Oh yeah. Liquid death ain't playing.
It was nuts, and so I'm gonna get me some of that fruit punch flavor. Probably the regular kind, because the sparkling kind of messes with my taste buds. I'm not too sure about it.
I was gonna ask about that. Is it just water, or is it also sparkling water? So they have both.
It's sparkling too.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
You'll have to have which one's the one that's about the sparkling water?
Kiera.
Shout out to Kiera.
Yeah, I'll have him try it.
We'll have to have her try it and see if, because she seems like the sparkling water aficionado.
Well,
in your life,
really likes HEB sparkling water. What? Yeah, that's the go-to.
I think you can get it at HEB.
Yeah, maybe I'll step it up and then say, hey, give this a try.
Give it a try.
Yeah,
because I'll be completely honest.
Well, if we get sponsored, one of you have to be like, go out and get them. They'll just
send them to us. We'll just have it here.
Yeah,
you know what? If you guys could send us like a fridge, and then we could put them in there.
Wow.
That would be cool.
I think you're asking for a little bit too much.
I'm just saying it would be really cool. Like could you imagine what a Liquid Death sponsored refrigerator would look like?
It would be cool because it have that skull on there.
Yeah,
and it could be like we have LED lights, and we can have it specifically for like a cooler, a Liquid Death cooler.
I'm just saying,
we could sell them where I work. I won't say the name of where.
Fuck that place. I mean, I love it.
But we can have some merch. We can have T-shirts.
Come on, Liquid Death.
Yeah, Liquid Death has all the merch. So this is basically us begging for a sponsorship.
Come on, Blue Chew.
That's all. I know, right? That's all this episode is just us begging for sponsorships. How about that?
And then you know what they can do?
What's the next one you want to call out?
Well, Blue Chew.
Okay, let's do that one.
Because then they can get me in touch with other people who are also sponsored.
Yeah,
and we can talk about partnerships between the two.
Yeah, well, we're rock hard from Blue Chew.
So hard. Anyway,
I
got a dog.
You got
got a dog.
I got a dog. Kyle is now a.
I think my family is now complete.
Yeah. You got the wife, the kids, and the pet, and the dog,
and a dog.
Yeah, you got a man's best friend. So you're good to go.
Yeah,
you're done. You did it.
I think I'm good. I think I'm good for life.
You've completed the American dream. Congratulations.
Without the picket fence.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs a fence these days?
I mean,
yeah. Castle doctrine. You can just shoot somebody. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
No, we ended up getting. I didn't even think we were going to get the dog yesterday. It was
just kind of happened.
What do you think?
You didn't even plan for this. You were just like, you know what? Like,
let's go.
How about we get this one today? Like, okay, sure.
No, it was more like, what do you think? What do you think? And then the kid's going, I want it!
Okay.
I'm like, okay, Spawn of Satan, calm down.
So this was the kid's decision.
Yes.
Interesting.
That I was just like, you know what? Let's do this.
Well, you should have done.
Smack the kids and told them no?
No.
Oh, shit. I mean, I don't condone violence on kids. Like, what's wrong with you guys?
You're already throwing furniture at your wife.
Easy. Easy.
Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly. Okay.
But
she needs to know her place. You didn't hear that from me.
No, I didn't.
No. What was that echo I heard? Wow.
Well, yeah, it was like really weird. Something's going on in my apartment. Yeah, something's up in there.
Well, Derek's apartment's got freaking shaky lamps in here.
I got shaky lamps.
So there's got to be a ghost in here.
Probably. But he hasn't. He, she, or they have not messed with me yet, so it's fine.
You know what I think of when I think about like ghosts and stuff? Mm-hmm. It's that scene in Scary Movie.
Which one?
Where the ghost has sex with the girl.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God, what she says. You come back. Where are you going? You gave me crabs.
Scary Movie was something else for its time.
Gotta love it.
But what you should have done,
yes,
is take a picture of various dog types,
and put them in an AI.
No, oh God, no, that would have been a monstrosity. It's this weird mutation. What you should have done is you should have done your homework to where you were going the first time, like go to these various places, take a picture of the dogs that you think your kids will like and that are in your price range, and then you go back. Then you go back to your kids and say, you like do a little slideshow for them. Which one of these dogs do you like?
Turn off the lights and do a slideshow in the living room?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and you say which one of these dogs you like. They tell you which dog they like. You go back and you get that dog.
That's some corporate level shit right there.
Absolutely. You got
fucking
to
love it.
do it the right way. He's like, this ain't no crapshoot. They say we ain't doing random. We're talking about a living animal here. So pick the dog that you like, and you're going to be taking care of it.
Yeah.
Because you got to teach your kids, because of course you and Kayla are going to be mainly the ones taking care of the dog. But you also have to teach your kids the responsibility of taking care of this animal.
You know the crazy thing, and yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You know the crazy thing about this dog, though?
What's that?
I thought it was going to be for the kids.
Okay.
And then I was thinking, man, this dog, you know, it wants to sit with me when we were at the house.
Aw.
And then, guess who gets up, doesn't even care to have a dog or not, and the dog follows it around. She's been holding it the whole time.
Kayla.
I think that's Kayla's dog.
It's Kayla's dog now?
It's Kayla's dog now.
Aw.
Because then now she's like, oh, puppy love. And I'm like,
She's baby talking it?
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm like, this is Kayla's dog. This ain't even the kid's dog or anything anymore. I made a joke about how me and the dog were going to run away. Nope. That dog ain't going nowhere. It doesn't even like going outside yet.
Yeah, not with you.
So, but you get new animals too.
I am. I'm gonna get some new geckos here soon. I want 3 geckos primarily.
And right now you have one.
Right now I have one,
And it is a...
gargoyle gecko.
Okay.
So my next gecko is what is called a...
Which is what you're in the process of getting, right?
Yes, it's called a Halmahera gecko.
Halmahera.
Yes, from Indonesia. It's not
Interesting.
It's not coming from Indonesia.
Oh,
but
okay. But no, I was like, dude, that's cool.
Right. They're from Indonesia.
Man, that thing's traveled more than me and you combined.
I know, right? And Charmander comes from the lineage of the geckos from New Caledonia, which is an island off of Australia.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
ancestry's going a long ways too.
I know, right? So a Halmahera gecko is a very, very big gecko. It's one of the largest geckos in the world. It can get up to 11 inches in length and a couple inches across. They're very, very thick geckos.
Like extra K's and C's and
Yes.
stuff.
So I'm in the process of getting that. I need to get pretty much everything that I have for Charmander for that gecko as well. And I might have to put him in a different spot. I'm not sure. I want to have a wall of geckos, like that whole wall in my in my dining room. I want that wall to have all 3 enclosures.
I was gonna say you probably at that space right there, you probably have enough for 3.
Yes, so like side to side is what I want. So
who the fuck knocks on the door?
Hold on. But yeah.
So after a brief...
after we were so rudely interrupted by Kyle's wife.
Gee, she knew we were talking about her. No, thank you, babe, for bringing us drinks and food.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
We had a nice little snack break.
So,
but
you had a question for me?
I did, but after I get done with the gecko talk.
Oh.
Because I wasn't done with that. Yeah.
Let's do it.
So I'm getting a Halmahera gecko first, and I got to get the enclosure and all that good stuff. And then my next gecko will be what is called a skunk gecko. And it's called a skunk gecko because that's this pattern. That's what it looks like. It looks like
because it's got that white line on its back.
Yeah, and it's got the striped tail, and it's got a.
I think it's pretty cool.
It's a really cool looking gecko.
There's a picture you showed me where it coming out of the egg.
Yeah,
it looks gray. I'm assuming it's just because it hasn't gotten its oxygen color or whatever.
Right. Yeah,
it's orange with a long white line on its back, and it already has a white line.
Yep,
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So, but yes, that's going to be my third. Kiara doesn't believe me when I say it's going to be my third and my last, which is understandable because reptile keepers are notorious for saying this is my last one and it's not their last one. So
what a horrible partner.
So
just kidding. I love you, even though I've never met you.
So what's going to happen is that should be my third and last gecko. I think. That gecko will live from anywhere between 7 to 10 years. The Halmahera gecko will live anywhere from 10 to 20 years.
Damn.
And Charmander will live anywhere from 15 to 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he'll be the last one standing. Most likely.
Probably.
Would you ever consider getting anything other than geckos?
Honestly, no.
Why?
Because I like all reptiles. geckos have been, and specifically arboreal geckos, which are geckos that climb, those have been my favorite. I like setting those enclosures up, those tall enclosures. I like setting up the branches and all that cool stuff that comes with having a climbing gecko. So I really like that setup, and I really like those types of geckos. So I'll probably just keep arboreal type geckos because I like them the most, and I really like keeping them. Snakes were kind of my first reptile that I really liked, but my mom never let me have a snake. So I think
so now it's your mom's fault.
Kind of.
Thanks, Emily.
But also what that did is it gave me time to look at other reptiles. And I started discovering geckos, and I was like, wow, geckos are like really cool, and they come in like a whole bunch of different varieties, and they're very interesting. They have a lot of different features. Some can shed their tail and grow it back. Some shed their tail and don't grow it back, which is kind of weird. It's a weird defense mechanism, but that you can only use once. But
really?
Some there's 2 geckos that I know of that do not grow their tail back. Crested geckos, and one of the geckos that I'm getting is a Halmahera gecko. If he sheds his tail, he won't grow back. He'll have like a little nub.
That's weird.
It's a really
I thought
weird.
They could do it forever.
I did. Well, some can, but some can't. It's really
that
weird
might be
defense mechanism.
The stereotypical thing is everybody's like, oh, they can regrow their tail no matter
yeah,
what.
It's like, well, not all of them. And some geckos, the spiny-tailed gecko, it can shoot stinky juice out of its tail. Yeah. And like for a defense, like open its mouth, it'll stick its tail up and start shooting like liquids out of its tail.
Like at a distance?
Yeah, I don't know how far it goes, but they can spray.
Huh.
Yeah. They aim for the eyes and like the mouth and the nose, and they just like stick their tail up. And
like at any bigger like animal trying to get to it, and it would just shit.
All right. Because geckos aren't really fierce.
No,
so they have to depend on like either weird stuff that happens to their body, like body disfigurement, like dropping their tails and stuff like that, or they have to have some type of thing that shoots from their tails, which is only one gecko that I know of.
If I was a bird,
yeah,
and I was going to eat a gecko, and I saw its tail come off and it started moving away, I'd probably freak the hell out.
Most animals do.
Yeah, because that's scary as shit. Like, oh my God, he's running around without a limb, and he's still alive.
Yeah. Well, geckos will drop their tail and run away because the tail will keep moving. Like once they drop it,
really?
The tail like starts wiggling. Like once it's been off, so that they're using that to say, "Hey, predator, eat this, not me." So they drop the tail, tail's wiggling all about. They run away.
Kind of like
it's just a distraction. And
yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Most birds will just
like,
grab
hey,
the
look
gecko.
over here.
Yeah. And a lot of geckos are either on trees or on the ground, and they don't always see what's about to snatch them up. So a bird can come in from a distance and just snatch it, and it doesn't have a time to even think.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, those are my geckos that I'm getting. I thought I was gonna get all gargoyle geckos because I love them, but I think a Halmahera is my favorite, and I really like skunk geckos. So I'm gonna get those 2.
They're pretty cool looking though. I'm not gonna lie, even that big one.
Yeah. Yep, and Charmander will probably be the one that lives the longest, but he's going to be the smallest of the 3. Yeah. So both the skunk and Halmahera gecko can get up to 12 to 11 inches. So they're going to be some big geckos. But we shall see. So you got a dog, and I'm getting some scaly boys.
Oh, scaly boy.
Oh, scaly boys.
Your boy.
But it's your boy. That man named your boy.
Your boy. I want to get him on here.
But I had a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Right now we are looking at a bag of salsa verde Doritos.
Yes, sir.
And they got a little zest to them. There you go. That's for our sponsorship. But they got a little zest to them.
Sponsor me, Doritos.
And I wanted to ask you, how are you with spicy stuff? I don't know if I've asked you this before. Because my tolerance is way high from being raised by a Southern grandma who made everything hot.
I've got that typical white person, everything's hot.
Okay.
But dumb it down a little. Like I can eat like these. They're not spicy. They've got a little zing, little zest to them.
Okay.
I can eat Tapatio. I love jalapenos.
Okay.
Spice-wise, like, I don't think I've ever had something with, like, habanero in it.
Okay.
Like, crazy amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those things at the, like, at those stores, the salsa stores, whatever.
Yeah.
I've never been one to be like, hey, let me try the one that's all black. That has the 3 X's on it. Like, I'm going to die from eating that.
Yeah, that's my, that's
never
my
tried
type
that.
of...
Really?
Yeah, I love, like, super hot sauce.
No.
But, well, let me take that back. Not sauce, salsa. I don't do hot sauce. I don't know why. Hot sauce just isn't my thing because hot sauce doesn't really have any flavor. It's just heat. So I like something that actually has spices and flavor in it. If it's going to be hot, I want it to be hot but also taste good, not just overly hot that I can't even enjoy what I'm eating.
So
even though I can tolerate it.
I know what you're going to say.
Go ahead.
I can hear it in my head right now. You're going to say it in the microphone.
Say it to me.
I don't like chunky salsa.
Oh, that's okay.
And you already know the reason.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and say it because I'm not
You don't like texture.
Exactly.
You non-coconut loving mother.
Fucking coconut. Shove it in your ass. I do love a good salsa, but not a pico de gallo type of salsa.
Okay.
Like, I dip my chips in it. I don't scoop. I just dip them.
That's fair.
But I love me a good salsa. But, like, I've had salsa where when I first got out here, my stepdad took me. It was kind of a guy's day. It was kind of like my introduction to Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're up in China Spring over by Waco. And he said, hey, I've got a barber appointment to go to the barber today. You want to go with me? I'm like, James, I don't got no hair. He goes, neither do I. I'm like, what the hell are we going for then?
Just going to talk.
He's like, you'll see.
Yeah.
So he goes there and he gets his beard shaped and they straight razor his head and they're like, you getting it too? And
That's
I'm
what
like,
my dad does.
I guess. And he's like, yeah, throw him in there, share. I'll pay for it. And I was like, all right, cool.
There you go.
I don't know if this lady didn't know how to straight razor, but my head hurt like a motherfucker afterwards. It was burning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She went in, huh?
She put like the lotion on and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Not to mention afterwards, I didn't have a hat and I went out in the sun. And this is September, beginning of September. So it's still fucking hot.
Still pretty hot, yeah.
And it was the first week of Baylor's football schedule.
So that sun was beaming.
Yeah, so they were like, hey, he's like, hey, let's go get lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, your mom got us 2 tickets free somehow.
Yeah.
To go to the Baylor football game. They're going to play UTSA and beat the fuck out of them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was bad. But we went to some Mexican spot, hole in the wall. Everybody's ordering tacos left and right. I'm like, all right, cool.
For sure.
These are going to be like street tacos in California.
Yeah.
They weren't. They were they're more chunky, like chunks of meat, not like real fine chopped meats.
Yeah.
They weren't like asada. They were like, hey, let me take this piece of steak and cut it up into little bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
Or chicken, fajitas.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, they tasted so amazing, but I was sweating. My face was beet red.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's like, stop eating those. I'm like, I can't. They're really good.
It's the good.
I love them.
It's the good.
Ow! So if something tastes very good, I'm gonna eat it, whether it's really super hot or not.
Okay.
But that was like forcing myself to do it because
Yeah.
I loved the taste.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not eating these dry.
Right.
So I'm gonna. This is the only salsa you got. I'm gonna eat it.
Okay.
So,
that's fair.
to that point.
That's fair. I have gone as far as a Carolina Reaper
Yeah, you're insane.
pepper.
So you've eaten like habaneros.
Oh yeah, habanero to me is not even that bad.
Jesus.
I've
That's
had
probably like a jalapeno to you.
yeah, I've had ghost pepper before on cheese. I did feel that. I felt the ghost pepper, and that was I was like, oh, okay, there it is. Like that's hot right there. But still, it was good because I had like on this cheese, like a chicken sandwich. It was, I really liked it.
So I just thought about it. I have had mango habanero jam.
Okay.
It was okay. It wasn't bad.
The fruit kind of takes some of the kick out of it. Yeah.
So I have had that.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually had like a
habanero sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I like it. I think like when it gets to a point of like if you were to go to Tumble 22 and you were to get the hottest chicken that they have, to me, that's where it's just a little bit too much.
Their hottest chicken, it's heat hot, but it's not like, oh my God, I'm gonna die from eating.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. When I say it's too much, it's just heat to be heat.
Yeah.
And I don't care for that.
No flavor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't like when I watch hot ones on YouTube. It's just heat. It's just pure fire. It's not about that the thing is actually good.
Yeah.
So
they don't go there for tasty things.
Yeah. I don't really care for that much.
No, I'm not like, oh my God, I got to put something in my ketchup because it's so hot right now. Kind of white. Like,
yeah.
I've earned my area where I'm at right now.
For sure.
I'm not that basic white person.
Yeah, so you do care for some of the heat though.
But speaking about things that just beat up your stomach,
punch you in the face.
Let's talk about something a little twisted.
Oh.
Something a little grungy.
I want to get a little twisted in here, do you?
Get a little twisted. This is
that's fair.
This is your captain speaking. We're going on a journey.
And
you kids probably shouldn't listen.
Take me there, Captain.
About the new Twisted Metal show that's coming out. That actually doesn't seem that bad.
I'm actually when I heard this announced, I was like, I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, oh my God, like why? This doesn't need to happen. I don't care. Why would I see this?
I think the reason, before you get into that, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I think the reason that you do that, I think it's the same reason that I'm doing it, or one of the reasons. Right now, we're in an area where they're starting to make games become shows or movies.
Mm-hmm.
And we had The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal.
It was great.
It could go on for 5 seasons and win awards every year.
Probably, yeah.
But we can't do that.
Yeah.
Or we have the Mario movie, which was apparently amazing.
Mario movie
still haven't gotten
from what I hear, it's really good.
You know, but then we have shows like Halo.
Yeah.
Where, hey, we didn't even play the game, and we're going to make a show about it. Like, no, you're a goddamn idiot.
That's why it's bad.
It was horrible.
That's why it's so bad. Because I think what The Last of Us has, what makes it so good.
Pedro Pascal.
Well yeah. but Neil Druckmann, the guy who made
it.
Yeah, he was on set the entire time. He was with the writers the entire time. He was watching everything go down. He was there on set making sure that they did the right thing.
And I applaud that, man.
Yeah.
So much.
That's one of the reasons it's so good, because the creator who did, like, this is his baby, he's there on set making sure everything goes down the way it's supposed to. And everybody was just acting.
Oh yeah.
Acting there. Oh my gosh. Everybody did such a great job.
Even the guy, you know what? No, I take it back. Even the girl who was the the main guy's wife, the main guy dies and she takes over that army in the city.
Oh yeah.
When they first see the humans.
Yeah.
Even her, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
She did great. She's a cynical woman who lost her husband to whatever and is looking for this.
Yeah.
Like, it was very good.
Everybody did such a good job. Oh my gosh. Like all those actors should get plenty of roles just from that show. Like a lot of actors that I haven't seen before.
What's her name? Bella Ramsey?
Yeah.
Dude, she's...
And apparently she was in something else before that show, but she's also in another, I think, movie right now? I think it's on Netflix. She's playing because she's actually English, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so she's in a show where she's like using her actual accent.
Bella Ramsey is an English actor known for a breakout role as young noblewoman Lyanna Mormont.
I think that's the show.
She was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she was.
No shit.
Yep. I forgot about that.
Okay, so, and she's born in 2003. She's 19?
Yep.
Damn, she seems younger than that.
She does.
Wow. Filmography.
I mean,
Chicken Run?
Oh, she must have been playing like one of the kids.
Called Birdie. Let's see.
We didn't see her in that one, so we heard her voice.
Something coming up called Time.
Maybe that's. I don't know. I'm thinking about something she's either in or has been in. And yeah.
I didn't realize she was in Game of Thrones. Well, I also powered through it, so I probably didn't see her.
Yeah, you probably just like passed right by it. Between all the sex and murder.
Oh my God! All the boobs and butt and murder and blood and guts, and it was a great freaking show, though. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those purists that's like, I hate the ending, this and that, blah, 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 you know, whatever they're supposed to be going off of. I don't even know if it's a comic or anything.
It's not.
The way that it went, I think, was perfect.
Okay.
It was good.
Okay.
I will not call myself a real fan, but I enjoyed that show.
Cool.
Everybody else can kiss my ass. I don't care.
Game of Thrones to me is just never my style. It's just not my style. I don't care for like medieval times type stuff like that. Like that's why I don't watch The Witcher. I'm just just not my type of stories.
I watched the first episode of that show, The Witcher. Was thinking, I'm trying to figure out, and I'll tell you why here in a second. What to watch, you know?
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law, Amber, she said, "Hey, have you seen this show yet?" I'm like, "No, I know it's a game." She goes, "Watch it. Watch the first episode."
Yeah.
Just watch the first 5 minutes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes, homeboy comes out of the water getting like eaten by a monster. He's I'm like, holy shit.
Right. Starting off with a bang.
Dude, I was like, okay, you got me. So I haven't continued watching it because I'm trying to finish Narcos.
Yeah.
But fucking phenomenal.
Cool. Oh, and back to Twisted Metal. I saw the trailer or like teaser like stuff for it. Then I was like, okay, I think I'm actually interested in this.
Now, which one did you say that to first? Did you say that to the one where he's if you steal my sunshine? That one?
No, when he was like fighting Anthony Mackie.
Because that was the first one that came out.
Yeah.
It was him loading up shotgun shells, putting in Steal My Sunshine, whatever that song is, you know, and then just driving. And that was it. Like, it was like, oh, okay, cool. They're going to make a show out of it. That's awesome. Then the one that just came out, I think last week.
Yeah, the clown.
Has Sweet Tooth.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's funny because if you're in the know, you know that the body, sorry, I had something in my eye. The actual character, you never see his face, but he's played by your boy Samoa Joe. Samoa Slow, whatever you want to call him.
Samoa Slow.
That's him, his body doing that.
Yeah.
And
he actually beefed up a little bit because he's actually not that big when he was wrestling.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the guy is that voices him, but in my head it's Will Arnett, but I'm not sure if that's right.
That'd be interesting.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'd have to look.
Machete.
But that was an amazing trailer.
That was pretty good. So I liked everything about that. So I was like, I think I'm excited for this movie.
And like I told you, well, it's a series.
A series, yeah.
Like I told you, is I'm wanting to know how close to the game they're going to get. Because they also have this character who I always played as. I don't know why. I just thought it was the coolest thing. Was Axel.
Yeah.
And Axel was a man trapped inside of this machine that had two giant wheels.
Yeah, he was like in its contraption. Yeah. So
and then I think they had like a brother and sister.
I think so.
They had some guy in a taxi.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they had oh my gosh, I can't remember. But then they all worship what do you call him? The silver-haired do you worship the silver-haired god?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Calypso is the guy's name.
Yeah.
But we were trying to figure out the main premise of the backstory of that game, but I haven't found it yet. But I know something. If you win this whole tournament, you get to go to Calypso, And I don't know if you have to beat him or if you just have to get to him. He gives you a wish, and then it's like has a messed up outcome or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We can find out later. I don't know. But it looks amazing.
It does. It does. And I'm ready for it.
And it's something I can watch until I finally figure out what else. Because it comes out, next month?
I think so.
Or end of this month? I think it's next month.
Yeah.
But I think it comes out in July.
Yeah.
But, we can watch that and, hey, I can watch that. Let me try and find other shows. Because you can't watch Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
We can't watch football.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're kind of in this lull where it's just the most awkward time of year where nothing's
really going on except for baseball.
Sorry, baseball purists. Baseball's on.
Yeah.
Something.
And the college baseball World Series and all that.
Not even the women's college World Series.
Yeah.
It just ended.
Oh yeah. And I think the men's college World Series. I think it's about to end?
About to, I think.
Yeah. I can't remember who's in. I know that Bryant's Texas A&M didn't make it.
But oh really?
Yeah,
he's probably all pissed off.
They got like taken out really quickly.
Oh well, sucks to be an A&M fan.
Yeah.
There you go, Brian. But no, I mean there's nothing on.
Yeah.
So now's the time of year when we're trying to figure out, hey, what the hell can I watch until football season starts?
And I like that it's a series.
Yes,
I like that because it seems like series do better than movies do.
Oh hell yeah! Right now,
yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
And you actually give it some time to build.
Mm-hmm.
You give it you can end on cliffhangers and stuff that people want to see. So I like that it's a series.
Well, unless you're like Yellowstone, where you end on
oh my God,
a cliffhanger and make your audience wait a year plus.
I forgot it. I actually forgot about it. I forgot about it until you told me about today. That's going to be something we talked about
today.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I completely forgot Yellowstone was even a thing.
Isn't it crazy?
Oh my gosh!
And if it doesn't, because what we've heard is that it's supposedly going to end with this season.
Yes,
which is actually kind of sad because the show's very good. Well. The show was very good until this last season.
This last season's just been god-awful.
And it's been just politics.
Yeah. And not even politics from both sides. It's just been Taylor Sheridan telling us his worldviews through the characters.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Sure, fine.
Well, and the problem was that when he did that, I think he changed a lot of not the characters, the people that portraying the characters, the actors and actresses.
Yeah.
I think he made them all kind of pissy.
Yeah. They all just seemed just weirdly grumpy.
It didn't seem like everybody was in it, during the show.
Yeah.
Even the Indian guys didn't even,
they're barely there. Yeah. It's just
well, and nobody fought
What's happening?
Nobody fought for the land. Hey, we're supposed to be fighting for this land. It's supposed to be
a big thing. And then the first half of this season has been so boring.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's been happening.
And then now they're going to, what are they doing? Are they doing, this will be the next season? So this will be what, season 5?
It's still, it was already season 5.
So this will be the second half of season 5.
This is the second half of season 5.
And they've needed a year?
Yeah.
To...
Yeah, they said coming back in summer.
It's
why?
Summer?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm still stuck on November.
Oh no,
it's October.
I mean, it's been long enough because November was when it started, and we got to wait until summer, whenever that is. They didn't even give us a date; they just said summer,
which is crazy because they're only giving enough time to figure out a half of a season.
Yeah,
but it's taken this long to get it out.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
And this is why I was mad at Taylor's other projects because I'm like, dude, you have all these other projects and these Yellowstone spinoffs.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. We just want the actual show.
The Yellowstone spinoffs, I understand. I
mean, but make those after you're done.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't even wrapped this up yet.
Yeah.
And you're talking about these spinoffs and prequels. I'm like, dude, I don't care.
I'm not a huge fan of the 1920 whatever, or the 18
and then the 1880. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god,
they're probably good if you sit down and actually watch them, but it hasn't piqued my interest.
Well, Yellowstone's got to be good first.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching the other stuff because I really don't care. I don't care what happened after or before. I don't care about what happened in 1920 to make the ranch be a thing.
Do it after.
Just tell me the story that I care about now.
Yeah.
The current story that's happening currently, and make that good.
Yeah.
So it's whatever, dude. I'm so this season has really annoyed me, and Kevin Costner is leaving after this because he hates Taylor's guts because he's being an idiot, and he probably doesn't like being Taylor's mouthpiece on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think is it him or is it another actor I'm thinking of that is very non-conservative?
Oh, it's been Costner.
Is it him?
He's a little bit more. He says he's more of a Democrat than anything.
Yeah.
But he's like, I think Taylor's politics has gotten in the way of him acting.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, since you're now the governor or whatever, this is like what I want you to say, and like I want you to be more.
I want you to do that.
And
conservative.
It's like, and Costner's just like,
tough.
no.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It doesn't do anything for the character.
Exactly.
Though. That's like if that's a driving factor for the character, then cool. But every time these characters have this stupid little break in the show to talk about their stupid, it doesn't do anything for the show. It doesn't do anything for the character. It's just like, cool, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for preaching to me for 5 minutes. Now can we get back to the show?
I think the reason why it doesn't hit us as much, and I would say I'm very conservative.
Yeah.
I would like to say I am. Do I really give a shit about whose side is whose or anything? Not really. I don't. I'm just here to live my life. Like,
and
you guys want to go argue politics and everything? Go over there.
Sure. And in the show, it doesn't do anything.
Exactly. But I think the fact that it doesn't hit us is because we're not, rough and tough, hardcore conservatives.
Right.
And
I'm not clapping every time I hear something.
That's who they're like.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna hit this hard. That's our audience right there.
Yeah.
And nothing against them. I'm just saying it's like
they want you to stand and clap after.
Yes.
After
they want Dutton to say his speech and I'm gonna make America Montana
great again.
Great again. Build a wall.
Yeah, they want us to throw our cowboy hats in the air and clap.
Yeah, let me get my cowboy hat out of my ass.
Right.
And that's all fine, but like, make this story make sense.
Yeah, if he's that way, make it affect what's actually happening in the show.
Exactly.
Because now it's just like plain to see that you just taking this time to preach.
Yep.
And it's like, congratulations, dude.
And they're gonna they're only gonna do it in like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Now. They're gonna be like, oh, here's 6 more episodes of how we're gonna turn all this around.
Yeah.
If they do.
I'm
hoping they do.
Yeah.
And we're going to end it like this, and then we're going to do prequels with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so over this show.
Let me get my big buckle belt and spit on it real quick and show it off.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cowboy.
So hopefully, if you turn the season around, great.
But speaking about belts, let's talk about some belts.
Let's talk, man. Okay,
let me get this one out of the way first because it's a shorter topic.
Yeah,
Amanda Nunes, our double champ for a year plus, has retired. Does that affect you at all?
I mean, I think it's interesting. I didn't see it coming.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I think she's at the point where she's beating the shit out of everybody, gotten her money, and I think she's gone.
Yeah.
There's no point in her being there anymore.
I feel the same. Because if I was in her position, I probably would do the same. Like, I've done what I needed to do. I've accomplished what I need to accomplish. I'm well off. I can live off of what I have. And I probably have a career in other stuff, too. Because she's most likely going to get calls for either, like, training or broadcasting deals. Like, there's going to be stuff out there
She's
for
going to
her.
get something.
Absolutely.
I think she's got Modelo commercials.
Yeah. So she's fine.
She's fine.
Yeah. And I think I do the same. Like, I don't need to I don't need to beat people up, nor do I need to take any more hits.
Nope. And I think her and her wife have a kid or something like that?
Yes, I think so. He almost made that putt, so I reacted. I thought it was going in. But
so I see why she wants to not be there because I don't know how old she is. She might be 30s, but I don't know.
Yeah, but be available for your family.
Exactly.
Don't take any more hits.
Yeah.
You don't need any more concussions. You don't need any more broken bones. Like you got your career. Everything's good. You can actually chill.
The one thing I do like about it is that she's not standing in the way of other people being champions.
Exactly.
I do like that.
Yes.
Because she was somebody who couldn't be beat. I mean, she got... I can't remember who the girl was that beat her. I think her name was like Jessica Pena.
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
I think, yeah. But other than that, I mean, Chris Cyborg couldn't beat her. Ronda Rousey couldn't beat her. Holly Holm couldn't beat her.
Yeah.
I think Misha Tate came out and couldn't beat her. Like,
yeah. And Holly's the one who beat Rousey.
Yeah.
Kicked her in the neck.
I think that's where it started. And now we get to see, okay, who's out there that's not a gatekeeper anymore.
Yeah.
This thing can carousel as much as it wants. It could change every pay-per-view. And I don't care.
Yeah.
I think it's not to take away from people being gatekeepers. I mean, hey, if you're good, you're good. But I do like the fact that some people, if they're good and they beat everybody, they move on to either retire or they go to another weight class.
Yeah.
I like to see that. Like McGregor is supposed to be in another weight class right now. You know.
Yeah.
Hit a little hard spot for you there.
Yeah,
bud?
I'm just tired of McGregor.
I like to see, because he's big now. He's a big boy.
He's bigger.
He's put on some weight.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see if it carries over.
Yeah, we'll see.
But other belts.
Talking trash after he snapped his leg. He's on the ground talking.
I fucked your wife still.
He's still talking.
I got a broken leg, but I still got DMs in my inbox from your wife.
Right. But McGregor's a piece of work. But on the topic of belts that we were talking about beforehand, before we started talking about
this was the one you wanted to talk about.
This new belt for the this is a WWE topic, so maybe close your ears for this one for the people who don't like it. But that new undisputed belt is hideous.
The one that Roman got?
Yes.
It looks like it's black and yellow.
It looks like cheese.
It does. I'm not a fan of the back color of the plate and everything.
No. And it's smaller. It looks like a toy.
I like where they were trying to go with it, but I think they hit the nail on the head with Rollins' belt.
Yeah.
But they screwed up and they were like, what do we do with this other one?
Yeah. And they just made it. They made his belt that he already has smaller and yellow.
I think they should have kept the black belt.
Yeah.
I think I should just kept that one.
Just keep the undisputed belt.
Yeah.
And just get rid of that stupid.
Because I think he gets one to keep. Give him the one that he has, the blue one.
That's the SmackDown one.
Hey, Roman, take it home. We don't want to see it ever again.
Yeah.
Keep bringing the black belt.
Yeah. And most championships do get most champions do get to keep their belts.
At
like
least
The Rock has
his
belts. Yeah, they get to keep. Yeah.
Dude, I would just would have done that and it'd have been fine.
Yeah.
There was no need for a new one.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're gonna have a new one, why does it just? It just has the W. It just has the logo, and it's smaller and square, with his plates on it. I'm just like, it's.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
And the crowd went super mild, because it's lame. The heavyweight belt is cool. It has the logo, it has like that globe. It's like it looks like a heavyweight belt. I'm like, yes.
It reminds me of AEW's belt though.
A little bit, but it's like at least it's something different.
At least it looks good.
We have not seen a belt like that.
No, not
but
in a long time.
But you just roll out a belt that just has the W on it again with the little underline again. Now it's small, so it looks like a plastic toy, and now you made it look like cheese.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it looks like yellow and black or like orangish black.
Yeah, I'm like, it's ugly to look at.
Yeah,
and then Rollins tried to make it look heavy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is mine." And he like raised it up all slow, and like, oh. I'm like, dude, you can get that at Walmart for $20.
That's probably the one they got. I lost the other one. Go to Walmart.
Yeah. At least make it either the same size or bigger. This is the Undisputed Championship, but you made it smaller and uglier.
I think if they left it the same size, it wouldn't be such an issue.
It would still be ugly.
It's still
but
ugly, yes.
It would at least be big.
Yeah.
Like, because you have like this little tiny. I'm like, that's noticeably smaller and bad. I don't like anything about that. But, yeah.
The women's got, at least Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka got a new belt.
Yeah.
And it looks I think, if I remember correctly, I'm going to look right now.
Okay.
But I believe it looks the same as Roman's, but it's got a white strap instead. And I am not about that either.
Yeah. They're running out of ideas. They have nothing to, like, for whoever's
right there.
Yeah. See, look at that. Look at that. Look at that though. Show it to me again. Turn it closer to me.
Hold on. Right there.
Yes. I like that. You have the gold back. You have those gold plates that actually looks cool. And sure, you have the logo, but it's big. You can see it. You have the backing. It's like gold diamonds. It looks good.
Yeah.
Roman's looks.
I'm gonna get to Roman's.
That looks
right
like
now.
they tried. Roman's doesn't look like they tried.
No.
And it's still a good size. Like Oscar makes that thing look huge.
No, never mind. I think they should have kept this one. That one right there.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's perfect.
But if you look very close, and this is where you may feel the same or you may not. I don't know. But I think that that belt, you're right, it is smaller.
Yeah.
It looks like Asuka's, but just with a black strap. That's all it is.
Yeah. But Asuka's is better to me. Because
I think
the
hers
back,
is a little more glimmer. Glam.
It pops more.
It seems
it
like
actually
it does.
pops, and it's they kept the size. They kept the size of the original women's belt. Now it has a nice size to it. It's like a heavyweight women's belt. It looks great. They shrunk his, and it's like yellow, not gold.
Yeah,
it's like it's cheese.
I think the part of the problem is the strap and the inside of the lining for the W.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're the same color that might be throwing it off.
Yeah, it doesn't pop. Asuka's belt pops. It's like, wow, look at that.
I think if they were going to do a new design or a new belt for him, instead of keeping the old one like they should have just fucking done, they should have done something completely different.
Yeah.
Because it's the same belt.
Like
You're
they
right.
did with the heavyweight belt.
Same belt.
But yes, the same design.
But go with, I don't know, go with an old design, but update it.
Yeah, put like an eagle on it or something.
Bring back the freaking gold belt.
Yeah, put a with the crown. Like put a crown on it. Personalize it. Like they did with the Fiend, like they did with Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Like they did with The Rock. They had the Brahma Bull Heavyweight Championship. Personalize it.
Or the Smoking Skull one.
Yeah. Actually make it his belt. Don't just do the logo, shrink it, and make it yellow.
Like the little red underscore thing on it. They could have made that somehow out of like the bead thing or the flower thing that he wears.
What he wears around his necklace.
He could have done that.
Yeah, like again, personalize it.
They could have put like Samoan tattoo designs on.
It could have been on the belt itself. It could have been like, remember on the back of the Smoking Skull belt had the snake skin?
Even Daniel Bryan's
had the wood belt.
It was
good.
Better.
Yeah. Because it was a personal belt.
Yes.
I like that. Like the inside of Stone Cold's belt had that snake skin. You could do something like that. Like make it, just personalize it. Don't just put his little plates on there.
No.
And it looks like plastic, dude. It just looks so cheap.
Yeah, it doesn't look the greatest.
God, like Asuka's belt, if you put that on the shop, the WWE shop, and you said that belt's $300, I'd be like, yeah, of course it is. But if you put Roman's belt on there saying it's $300, I'm like, no. I'll just go to Walmart and get that one because it's basically the same. It's the
same damn thing.
Looks so cheap.
No, I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, I'm so annoyed with that belt. I'm so annoyed. Like they could have did so much better.
Do you think that they change any of the other belts soon besides, like I told you earlier, the tag team ones?
I don't think they unified the belts with women. I think they should. I think they unified the tag belts, which I think they should. I think they should unify all the belts and bring in other championships like we used to have. I like the European Championship.
Or the TV.
I like the Hardcore Championship.
Or even like I told you earlier, steal an idea, somehow get the rights to it from Lucha Underground. Do the Gift of the Gods thing.
Yeah.
Or, hey, Impact, we're going to give you this much money, but we're going to split the idea of doing the X Division title, and if they want to cash it in, they can cash it in.
Yeah.
Now, I get that makes not a lot of sense for having Money in the Bank championship briefcase, but maybe halfway through the year, because you have to wait for the Money in the Bank You know,
Yeah.
they could cash it in that same night, and you got to wait all year long to see who gets it again.
Mm-hmm.
Let somebody work for that X Division thing.
Yeah.
You know, your chance to cash in that belt halfway through the year.
Yeah.
So, like, in 6 months, hey, Money in the Bank happens. Oh, but in another 6 months, Gift to the Gods thing or X Division happens.
Yeah.
Or maybe it doesn't.
Or maybe it doesn't.
You know,
I do like the fact, though, that you have, now that you have the UFC that is with the WWE right now.
Yeah.
What you could do is you could take the ideas that the UFC has had for belts and incorporate it into your belts. They obviously know what they're doing with them because you don't. So maybe give them a shot.
I don't know if it's the UFC belts, but I've seen belts that have like different flags throughout the whole world, all around the edges of it.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
Yep.
It's easy enough.
I just feel like it's super easy and doable, but it's just not happening. But we'll see. I think there's still a possibility for some good to come out of the WWE as far as like the storylines and the wrestlers and things like that. But those belts are just hideous. So on another note for sports, something a little bit. Actually, I'm actually watching golf right now on the background. The PIF, which is the Saudi organization that backs the Live Tour, which is the Saudi Arabian tour. They have merged with the DP World Tour and the PGA. So, what has been a couple of years of just complete hatred and vitriol and us versus them and all this BS that Jay Monahan or whatever his name is, the CEO of the PGA, was talking.
Goddamn Jim Nance.
They are now merging with the exact same company that they were talking about the other guys going to. And this is weird.
You know what's crazy is you see a lot more things happening between. Now, I'm not going to say just Saudi, but the Middle East and us. So, like, I'll give you two examples. So, WWE.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
You know, they're how do we attack this audience over here in this giant area?
Yeah.
You know, and those guys are nuts too. They're crazy about the wrestling. It was one of the craziest things that they had was it Crown Jewel?
Yeah.
Or Night of Champions, one of those.
Well, it was Crown Jewel, but yeah, they're doing Night of Champions too sometimes.
But everybody's starting to expand, like WWE
to the Saudi market.
Yeah, even the which I guess is still the American market, but the Puerto Rican market as well. We saw that with WWE and how well it did over there.
Oh yeah. But that's just like bringing something over to something people that didn't have it.
Yeah, but I mean, still, it's just they're influencing these other countries to be in these other countries,
right?
Or even I mention him all the time, Mike Malak.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to do, you know, his big thing is he rates burgers.
Yeah,
he does burger reviews.
Mm-hmm.
He just opened a place in. I think it's Jeddah, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It might be there. I have to do my research a little more.
Okay,
but over on that side of the world, called 1010 Burgers.
Yeah,
the Saudi company is sponsoring, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna do this for you. We see you're following. We're gonna do this."
Okay.
So Saudi is dipping their hands over here, like, "Hey guys, what's in your pocket over here?
Right. What you got?
What's your idea? What can we bring over to us?" You know, and I feel like it's like they want part of our culture over there. But like you said, with the back and forth of, oh, we don't like them, or what they've done to people, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a weird thing to see now. And maybe it'll be normalized. Maybe in a few years we'll be like, they're going to Saudi. Okay. But it's very. I guarantee it'll be normalized.
Well, maybe, but the problem, the big issue with it, is it's not so much that they are trying to bring, like, trying to have like a Western culture. They're trying to actually take the sports, but have their culture in it. Because
I don't fully mean they want ours.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean though.
They want, that, hey, let's bring golf here. Hey, let's bring, say, football over here. Hey, let's bring burgers over here. Whatever it is.
Well, my issue with it, and I think the issue that other people have, is like the change that comes with that. Because when I watch women's wrestling, I'm not watching it for their bodies. But when I watch it, I do understand that they are way more covered up. They're wearing long sleeves. They got pants on. It goes all the way down. They got the boots. Like there's nothing showing. Like Rhea's outfits,
she looked like Catwoman.
Yeah. And I remember when Bianca was wrestling a couple years ago, she came out like it would look like a sweatshirt. I was like,
yeah.
Ugh. I was like, oh, I forgot.
Her
because,
and like Charlotte or somebody,
yeah,
or her Becky, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I forgot because women can't even drive over there. And I'm just like...
Well, and not only that, and that's kind of the shitty part about this whole thing, but the fact that, we have to... You want our stuff, but we have to change for you?
Yeah.
Is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Or the fact that, like, Sami Zayn, he couldn't come over to Saudi because his religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Or do you remember his old outfit where he had the flags or whatever on his pants?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't come over because of that.
Yeah. And he came out.
Aleister Black.
Yeah, same
couldn't
thing.
come to when he was WWE.
Yeah.
Couldn't come because of his tattoos and his beliefs.
Yep.
So.
And it was kind of heartwarming to see Sammy in his outfit when he came. And
exactly.
Then he started talking like his native tongue. It was
so
kind of cool.
It's very, it's kind of shitty that they have to change, and you're kind of screwing these guys over.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, I understand you've got your religious beliefs. We're still going over there. Can't do anything about it. Sorry. We'll see you when we get back.
Yeah. But then you don't have the money.
Exactly.
It's like you got to follow our rules if you want us to fund this. And it's called sports watching.
Of course.
And that's what Saudi's doing.
Yeah.
Because what happens if they go into and I know the LPGA is completely different from the PGA as far as ownership goes. Mm-hmm. But what happens to the women's now?
Full bodysuits?
Yeah. While they're playing golf.
Yeah. It's not okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't, and of course, and Jay talked about this, the PGA committee, like, guy, he was like, I know people are going to call me a hypocrite, and I'll take that. And I'm like, yeah, dude, because you were like just months about how the Live Tour is all this, and it's bad, and Saudi Arabia, and 9/11, and patriotism, and now you just completely go to the PIF, and you're like, yeah, everything's cool now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just like... And Rory McIlroy is basically like the sacrificial lamb of all this. And that's what he said. He was like, I feel like I'm the sacrificial lamb, and I'm taking all this blowback because he was one of the most outspoken golfers about that. And like every interview now is like, oh, what do you think about the merger? What do you think about the merger? What does it do for golf? And he's just like, you can just see like he's just annoyed. It's like, because
and like you said, it kind of kills him. Really, honestly,
and
he's the one that looks bad for.
Mm-hmm. And Tiger.
PGA, I guess.
Tiger was about it too, but the problem is Tiger's not playing every week. Rory is. So he's getting all the questions. And it's like the really crappy thing about it is the players found out when everybody else did.
Yeah, that doesn't.
When it hit the news,
that's not okay.
When it hit the news, that's exactly the same time the players found out.
Yeah, even that right there, everybody should have known first.
Yeah.
But they decide, oh, hey, instead, hey, guys, guess what? Everybody's going to find out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not okay.
The way it was done is just so slimy and weird, and I don't really care for the way that it's going down, because I don't think that this is, because they don't have a plan as far as we know. What they did is they went in, they had meetings about how this merger is going to go, which also drops the lawsuit, because they had a lawsuit with like an antitrust suit Liv had with the PGA, and now this merger drops that lawsuit. So it drops that,
So-
and now they've been having meetings about how we can merge and get this resolved. But they don't have a plan for what's actually going to happen for the game.
This sounds to me, in my mind, the way that it's going, it sounds like those powers above
Yeah.
that we don't know, like the people that are real rich and famous,
Yeah,
or
the
not even
bigwigs.
famous, just
Yeah.
the elitists.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like more and more like, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to make money. And it's weird because I've been thinking about that
It's
a
all
lot
about
lately.
profits. Yeah.
You see it a lot with like, who was that girl? There was a girl that went in for a botched surgery, but she was talking out about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Or she had a botched surgery, not going in for a botched surgery. Kobe was supposed to talk about against Big Pharma, A lot of this stuff, it's more and more like, hey, elitists are taking over, we're going to do this stuff.
It's purely about the profits. Like, because they were hiding behind all this stuff about it's not morally right, what they did to the American journalist, like apparently murdered him. It's like they definitely murdered this American journalist. What they've been beheading gay people in like the public square and all that type of stuff. It's like, dude, if that's what you're gonna hide behind, if that's what you're gonna get behind, or you're gonna say all this, but then you go behind and say, oh, well, their money is just as good as anybody else's. It's like, dude, what?
You're contradicting yourself.
Yeah, and now you've completely made a fool of all these golfers who were behind you in the first place. It's now they look like idiots.
So what happens when I'm just gonna pick somebody? Hubbard comes out and says, starts winning all these big championships and everything. Hey, I'm gay. You've got me a part of the live thing. Are you going to go out there and kill him now?
All right, now is he
now you're killing your own employees?
Now
and
is he
everything?
allowed to go into now is he allowed to go into these tournaments? Because I don't know any outwardly gay golfer, but I'm sure there are a few of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it was the first name I saw.
Oh yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know any.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm saying, like, what if that happens?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or same thing with women's.
Yeah.
First, you got to make them cover up.
Now
it's, oh, hey, by the way, no more skirts, full bodysuits, and you can't be gay.
Yeah, and I know of 3 LPGA golfers who are openly lesbian.
See? So they can't go over there now? Mm-hmm. This whole thing about...
They can't even drive over there.
No. This whole thing about, what is it? Eastern versus Western culture. Mm-hmm. Where women can't do it. Like, bro, the rest of the world has done. Just let the fucking women do their thing. Like,
but that's the cultural thing, though. Like that, like they can't say it's not a big deal because that's their culture.
Okay, well, our culture is this, so
that's why it clashes. That's why
that's why
this is so weird, because it's just like, oh my god,
it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
You got people who are getting mad at pride stuff in Target, and these people are actually killing people. So it's like, come on.
I mean, it's very, it's hidden, I guess. It's not as open as the whole Target and all that pride thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you clearly found the facts. It's out there, at least on the internet.
Yeah.
Why are we not talking about this more?
We are, but you got people who are saying, oh, well, it was a long time ago. This is going to be good for the game of golf.
Time ago?
Yeah, this is actually like who's Bryson DeChambeau. He got interviewed. I don't know why they were interviewing a golfer. They should be interviewing the CEO. Really weird. But he was like, oh yeah, I'm fully aware of like the families of 9/11. I can't imagine what they're going through, but it was 20 years now, and I think that this is really good for the game of golf. I'm like, oh my god.
So if we were to do something with like North Korea, it'd be okay now too.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, come on.
Oh, come on, that was 20 years ago.
What the fuck?
Man? Oh, get over it. It was 20 years ago. It's fine. Everything's good now. We can never repay the families back and like what they've gone through, but this is gonna be good for the golf. This is gonna be good for golfers. This is gonna be good for the game. It's like, dude, they already
hit this?
Bryson DeChambeau.
Who the hell is he?
He's a golfer. Which again, I don't know why they were interviewing a golfer.
Yeah, now it's kind of irritating. Why would you even talk to this guy? I didn't know he was paid to say that.
Even if he wasn't, why are you interviewing a golfer? Interview the people who were actually in the meetings and doing this stuff. Now Bryson was on the Live Tour, which I guess is one of the reasons why they were interviewing him. But again, why are you interviewing a golfer? They're basically an employee.
Yep.
You don't ask the employee, you ask the manager, the boss, the CEO, the president.
Well, and they're just going to tell you what you want to hear too. I mean, that's any.
Yeah. So it's like, oh my god. But at least you're going to the source. You're grilling the source.
Yeah.
The golfer doesn't know anything. They're just trying to get paid.
Hey man, I'm just here for the money.
Yeah.
What was it? I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get fined. I just want to go out there and play golf. That's what these guys want to do. They go out there. They trying to win tournaments. They don't.
If they're seriously going to answer like that, they should just Marshawn Lynch everything.
Yeah. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get beheaded.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be. I'm just here so I won't cut my head off in public.
I'm just here so I won't get publicly massacred.
Right. Golly. But yeah. Anyway, I don't want to end on a sour note.
Oh.
But I do want to say that there's going to be some good things happening in terms of, at least with the podcast. Podcast is slowly growing, but it's growing.
It will get.
We got some cool people coming up that we want to talk to. And yeah, so stick around, and you guys are gonna find all that good stuff out.
Finding out how to get a hold of people.
Yeah, absolutely. So remember to like, share, subscribe, rate, follow, all that good stuff. Remember to just be a very good person, and be kinder. Just remember to be kinder to everyone. You know, we're all going through some crazy stuff. It's a hard time, and you know, it's like $8 for milk. So.
And like $20 for a carton of eggs, something like that.
Just try to be kind. But podcast.
I got a dog. Give me a beer.